been playing? I said, oh, 8 years. They said, how long will it take me to play like you, brother? I said, well, nearly the same. He walked away. He ain't got patience to work hard at something long enough to become good at it. What do you want? Quick fix? Do you think freedom is an overnight thing, brother? Sister, do you think we can straighten out a problem that took 400 years to make in one day, in 1 week, in 1 generation? This is a long time struggle. But it's going to take sacrifice, isn't it? All right. I gave up in the first instance my music, my life in the world to follow Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad. I gave up the second time to rebuild this. I gave up a personal life, which was nothing. And I decided to jump down on this work of rebuilding the work of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I knew I could be killed because the atmosphere was such of hostility that I could have been killed in the first year of this work. Now, brothers and sisters, when a man or woman knows that they can be snuffed out and does something, do you think they're doing it for money? See, most preachers that preach, they ain't under no constraints about nobody killing them. Every preacher that you see got a big congregation out here. Go in and listen to what they're preaching. I'm not saying they ain't preaching nothing, because they got to be preaching something if they got all them people. But yeah, they got some people. But they're not preaching against this government. They're not preaching anything controversial. They're not taking stands on heavy issues. So they live in relative comfort. Look at this now. Most preachers, is this true? We ride nice cars, live in nice homes, live in relative comfort. The congregation catch hell. They don't know where they're going to get their next meal. Everything is comfortable for the preacher, but the preacher got to learn to make things comfortable for the flock. Okay? Now the scripture says, all that a man hath will he give for his life. For the first 4 or 5 years, some of you can bear me witness, I ain't asked the people for no money. That's right. Is that right? Come on with it. Right. How much money did I ask you for to put this building here? Nothing. How much money did I ask you for to refurbish the building? Nothing. No, I didn't ask you for nothing. I did it myself. You know why I did it like that, brother? Writers? Because I ain't no damn thief. I don't want your money. I want you to stand up like a man, stand up like a woman, stand up for your people, stand up for the liberation of all of us. That's what I want. Where did you get the money from, Farrakhan? I was a hot commodity. Right. I was wanted on college campuses around this country. I went on college campuses where they paid me from $1,000 to $1,500 to $2,000 for a lecture. And I would take the money and ask them, I give them the money when they need it. Yes, that's true. And I use the money to build a nation and mortgage my house. Ain't asked you for nothing. So if I ask you for something today, don't open your mouth, open your pocket, and back me up. I bought a new suit in 1975. I didn't buy another one until nearly 1979. And then I realized I wasn't keeping myself up. So I started buying a few little suits so I could look decent as I began to teach more. That nigga down there, he just want to rob the people. Rob you of what? You ain't got nothing. What can a man rob you of? Some of you don't have sense. But if you hang out with us a while, you have that and then some money. When I first started ministering here, I didn't see no new cars nowhere. Ain't nobody had a car. Everybody raggedy. But I look out there, I see you got new cars now. See, you living better. You doing better. Somebody teaching you better. All praise is due to Allah. Now look, brothers and sisters, I'm not saying it to blow no horn for me, but I'm not a robber. When this thing started getting up off the ground, brothers and sisters, 7 years I wouldn't even talk to the press. Notice now, they say Farrakhan's a creature of the press. If I was, the press would have broke me. Because that's the aim of the press, is to destroy me, but they found out they couldn't destroy me because you didn't make me, and therefore you can't break me. Ain't nothing you can do with me. Nothing. I really don't care what you write. You can't affect me anyway, just spell my name right. I really don't give a damn, I'm telling you straight up. I don't give a damn what you think about me. Write whatever the hell you want to write. Say whatever you want to say. I'm going to be the winner over you. In the end, you're going to be with me if you're alive. I'll outlast your words. I'm independent of your pen. Yes, I am. I'm telling you straight up. 7 years you couldn't even talk to me. I wouldn't talk to you. None of you. Give you no interview. That was out of the question. Now they say, well, he's just a freak for the press. He likes the press. He manipulates the press. No. My name ain't somebody else. I don't calculate no headlines. I don't make headlines. I just tell the truth. Now the last point I'm going to make is, for the last 3 weeks I've been meeting with top religious leaders in this city. They want to know, Farrakhan, what are you doing? I mean, what's the reason for this? A lot of pressure on the mayor, a lot of pressure on us. These Jews, I mean, they coming down on us. What is this? I said, well, when they got finished, I said, brothers, I said, love got me into this. If I didn't love Jesse, and if I wasn't fighting for his life, I wouldn't be in this problem with the Jews. But if I were not in this problem with the Jews, we wouldn't really see things as they really are. But I want you to see, brothers and sisters, that all your giants are fleas. They're not midgets. They are fleas. Hear me well. I'm not speaking bad about Mr. Johnson and Johnson Products. And I don't agree with Mr. Streeter that we should not buy his products. Because that black brother is in business and he's a good man. And those of us who condemn him don't really know the circumstances under which that man operates. Can I tell you something? You drive by there, you see that big Johnson plant, right? You don't know how much he owes. You see Ultra Sheen. You don't know the mathematics behind it. That man could have made $90 to $100 to $150 million in a year if they didn't rob him. He had the best hair straightening formula. Not that I'm for any hair straightening, but he had the best formula. What they did, they took his formula, they copied it. Then they made him put on his label, could be hazardous or something. And they didn't make Revlon do that, so Revlon took the market from Mr. Johnson. When you go into the stores, Mr. Johnson's products are over here, Ultra Sheen's products over there, but the white boys' products are displayed most prominently. They look out for their own. Now, whether you know it or not, nearly 70% of Mr. Johnson's business is distributed by you. Did you hear me? Yes, sir. Now, once Farrakhan becomes a bad nigger, if you pardon the expression, and Mr. Johnson was going to make the products for power, which would have increased his bottom line. If we sold 100,000 jars of toothpaste or tubes of toothpaste and roll on deodorant and whatnot, how much money would that mean to Mr. Johnson if we sold it in a month or 2 months or 3 months? Every time we sell more and more and more our product, Mr. Johnson gets more and more money because he's the manufacturer. Mr. Johnson, for the last 3 years, has been in the red. And because Mr. Johnson wanted to help black people, you hear me? Yes, sir. And help himself in the process, he stepped out there with us on power. Well, he didn't know Farrakhan was going to say what he said. He didn't know that Gaddafi was going to come to Savior's Day, be our guest. Because Farrakhan don't ask them for their permission to do these things. I do what I think should be done. It's a great feeling, man, to be free. When you don't owe nobody nothing. Wonderful feeling. But let me say this. The moment them white boys put that thing in Crane's business report saying that Mr. Johnson was really the one taking the money from Gaddafi. See how they did that? That's wickedness. That's wickedness. You know why? There are many American businesses doing business with Libya right now. And ain't nobody censured none of those oil companies that are doing business with Libya, pipe companies, pipelines and whatnot they're building for Libya, homes that they're building for the Libyan people. They're being built by American companies. Nobody's saying nothing. Mr. Johnson hasn't taken a dime from Libya. Mr. Johnson got a promise of some money that came from Libya through Louis Farrakhan to him. Now the Jews jumped on Mr. Johnson and said, Mr. Johnson, I understand you making this product for this anti-Semite. See that? How would you like it if I distributed a product for the Ku Klux Klan? Well, he's doing that right now. The man that called him probably was a member of the Klan or some other anti-black movement. You ain't never questioned B'nai B'rith. They don't have no blacks on the board of B'nai B'rith. Anti-Defamation League. All y'all do is clean their office. They don't have you in their meeting. They said to Mr. Johnson, if you make that product, not only will we hurt you in distributing your product, but we will take your product off of the retail shelves. What could Mr. Johnson do? If he stood up and said, go to hell, he could have done that. How would you have helped him? Were you strong enough to back him up? It could have been done. Suppose when they attacked him, Jesse came. Since he's a longtime friend of Reverend Jackson. Suppose Jesse said, let's hold a press conference. You know they would come to hear what Jesse had to say. And Mr. Jesse Jackson could have defended Mr. Johnson, saying that he's not anti-Semitic. He's not Ku Klux Klaner. He's not a wicked man. And why should he be punished for trying to increase the bottom line of his business when that's what a man is in business for? If those who have benefited from Mr. Johnson, and many in the city of Chicago have benefited from that man's charity, because he bankrolled a lot of people around here, why the hell didn't they come out and stand up for him and say, Mr. Johnson is not this, and we're not going to let you do this to him? If we made enough noise, they'd have backed off, but we punk out. When one of us get in trouble with Jews, the rest of us get back, lay in the cut. Hey, I'm gonna see how you get out of this. I ain't getting too close to him. It's like I got some kind of AIDS now. People don't want to come and hear anything that comes from my mouth. The minister got AIDS. So Negroes and black people that were supposed to be with me yesterday, they're packing away now. Let's see how Farrakhan get out of this. Why would you say that? Because you envious? I didn't make this happen. Somebody bigger than me made it happen. I didn't go out there and say, let there be 19,000 people in Los Angeles. That ain't never happened, brother and sister. It didn't happen in the days of Garvey, but it's happening today. What is the matter? Why can't you take it? It's one of your brothers. Why are you upset? Now he's attacking them Jews. Let's see how he get out of this. I'm going to get out of it. Whether you all are with me or not don't mean a damn thing to me. I'm going to win this one with the help of the God that I believe in, and I will prove to you that God is God and there is no God but him. There's nothing about your help. So you look. When the Jews attacked me, I didn't come to none of you and ask you to stand with me. Right. Brother, you gonna stand with me? Right. Sister, you gonna stand with me? I'm in trouble now. I don't need your help. I want it. But like brother said, he said it right, it ain't my trial. It's y'all's trial today. I'm just gonna sit back and watch you because